Welcome to formerly the UniqXpressions podcast, but now Evolution Era. And yes, I am your girl, Evolution Brooklyn. And I am coming to you today to tell you about a very serious topic. I call it Evo episode number 1. And yes, there will be more. There will be some topics I'm going to bring to you where I have no one in sight but me. And I myself just want to talk to you. Hopefully, it can help your life get better, or you can just relate and know the signs and what not to do so you don't have any problems. So today, as you can see, we are talking about dehydration. And I call it dehydrate or die not trying. Because technically, that's what's going to happen. But first, if you can, I would like to play a little message for you, and I will continuously play it as I go along. Here we go. Notification bell so that you can stay up and be alerted every time your girl Evolution puts out another fascinating, informative, and sometimes spicy and turn up video. Because trust me, I'm just beginning. Oh yeah, it's coming, and I'm gonna keep it flowing. So let's talk about the topic that we have at hand. I'm going to give you eight signs that you are dehydrated and you need to take the next steps in order to get better. Because trust me, you don't want this to get worse. And I'm going to break it all down for you. And yes, I do talk with my hands, so you will see a lot of hand movement during this video. So let's talk about it. The 8 signs of being dehydrated. I did a lot of research. I have a lot of notes. But let me tell you why I did it. A week or two ago, on August 12th of 2023, this year, myself, I was feeling sick about 3 or so days, and voila, now it's my birthday, August 12th. In the morning, I get up around about 6 o'clock. I'm ready to conquer the day, and I feel terrible. I feel so bad that I couldn't take it anymore. It had been building up, just me getting sicker and sicker. I go to the urgent care, which is about 15 minutes away, little car ride. I'm thinking they're just going to give me something, for energy, because the signs that I had to know that I wasn't feeling good or something was wrong was I felt tired, and I'll go more into that. And I was a little foggy, and I had headaches, and I just wasn't myself. I was irritable. It was really just not me, not the ball of sunshine that you see right here. So I had to see what was wrong with that, because I didn't want to feel like that anymore, regardless if it was my birthday or not, unfortunately. So I go to the urgent care. I happen to be the only one there, at 7:30 in the morning now. That's how long it takes me to get ready. And I tell the nurse, hey, I'm not feeling good, and I just want to know what's going on, because I want to feel better. She tells me, okay, well, I hear your symptoms. I think I know what's going on, but I want to make sure that I'm able to take the test, fast track them, and, and take an EKG and figure out exactly what's going on before I send you out here. I said, yes, thank you, because it is my birthday and I would love to just enjoy myself. She says, oh my God, I'm so sorry that you're here on your birthday, but we're going to get you better. We are going to fix you. We're going to figure it out. So, as normal, okay, I've taken blood 1,000 times before. She tells me, oh, yes, we're going to take some blood. We're going to fast track it, and we're going to figure out what's wrong with you. She goes to taking the first vial of blood, because at first, let's just say at first, she's trying to find veins in my arms so that she can get the blood out. And she's having issues finding veins. I'm like, okay, that's cool because I've had that before. It's normal. And a lot of men and women that, it's hard to find the veins. So I said, look, as bad as I feel, as you can see, my hands, I have very large veins in my hands. And I was like, you have to put it in my hands, which is very painful, super painful. But I'm like, whatever it takes. She's like, okay, no, she fiddles around a little bit. Okay, I found a vein in this arm. So she's taking out the blood. Now, I'm turned because I don't want to see all that. I'm big broken all day. But I don't want to see my blood leaving my body. That's no. So she's taking the blood and she gets the first vial, and I'm looking at it because I turned. I'm like, oh my God, it's so pretty. It's so vibrant and red and beautiful, almost like a lipstick, and I love red lipstick. She's like, yes, but she's a little fidgety. So I turn my head back, because now she has to do the other vial, and the needle moves and stuff. I don't like that. And she's fidgeting a lot. So I'm like, well, let me see what's going on, what she having an issue with. She's hitting my arm and telling me to, make the fist. Very hard to make the fist with these nails. But, I'm making the fist. I do that when I have to. And I'm noticing that, it's not much blood getting into the tube. So I'm like, is there something wrong? She's like, well, I have to tell you, I'm going to be honest. She said, I'm having a very hard time getting the blood to go into the tube. And I'm going to have to talk to the doctor because she was like, something is wrong. I'm thinking you're like severely dehydrated because I haven't seen too many times where I couldn't get the blood out the vial. She's like, we're going to have to see what's going on. So I said, okay, well, did the vein blow up? Because I know from taking blood for years that sometimes your vein gives out. But it never usually gives out on just one vial, usually. So I'm like, maybe she didn't put the needle in, right? Whatever. She's like, well, I'm going to talk to the doctor and we're going to see. Now, she stays up there for 10 minutes. So now I'm like, okay, something is wrong. She's alerting me that something is wrong. I don't understand why, stuff is not working. I'm panicking. So, I'm a content creator. I do a lot. I'm a content creator. I have a candle business. I have a clothing brand. I'm a DJ. So I'm like, since social media is like, second nature to me. And, I really don't have a lot of family. I keep my circle really small, just important people. And I'm like, you know what? Just to document this, because when I get out of here and I decide to turn up with the big Leo energy, I'm going to want to look back on this day and say, look what you went through, but you still had, enough strength, and enough conviction when you got out there and you enjoyed your day because it's your day, it's your birthday, it's August 12th, the best day on earth. And I make a video. Now, for the people that really know me, and trust me, guys, if you don't know me, you will get to know me. I never get on camera without, the long tresses or the short bob. I don't do bonnets. I don't do headscarves. I rarely even do glasses. And I am a designer glasses wearer. That is me. But you probably won't see these on me during a video. That's not what I do. I don't want to look like anybody's, grandma or even the sexy librarian that I keep hearing about. I don't want to see that. So I had pigtails in my hair. And this is just me looking at it later like I was really going through something because I had pigtails in my hair. I'm telling people that, hey, it's my birthday. I'm thanking the Lord that I finally saw the day, but I'm in urgent care. I'm hoping that, I can leave and I can enjoy the day. But if I don't, it's like a video where I'm telling people that, I hope that I'm all right, but I just want to tell everybody where I was. Very sad video, but I did promise that if I got through that day, whether I made it out to celebrate or, I had to go home and rest, whatever, as long as I saw the day and I got to see another day, because that was a Saturday, I said, I'm thankful to God, and it is going to be an evolution era. Hence the name change of the podcast. And that's exactly what I did. Your word is everything. Your word is your bond. And I always make sure I keep my word. So once the nurse comes back in, back to topic, once the nurse comes back in, she tells me, we're going to put the blood in another, in another arm. We'll do that later. What we're going to do now is take an EKG. We want to see how you're breathing, what's going on. And now I'm panicking because I'm like, they didn't even take the blood. So we don't know what's going on now, because they didn't take the blood. It's nothing to fast track. So I said, okay, now I'm panicking. So I lay down. I let her hook me up. They put the, they hook up the little joints to you or whatever you want to call them, a little sticker. They stick them everywhere. She's just sticking. She's having a good time, and I'm panicking. My my blood pressure had to go up. My heart rate is boom, boom, boom. And I'm like, oh my God, I think I'm having a panic attack. And I'm laying there, and I just look worried. She's like, you all right? And I'm like, I think so. That's the last thing I remember. I don't remember anything else. I don't know what else happened. Come to I find out later that I passed out. I fainted. I wake up hours later, because mind you, that was 7:30 in the morning. I wake up at 3:42 in the morning, the next morning, in the ER. And oh my God, can you imagine that you started in one place, you passed out, and you wind up another place? And let me tell you something, this has happened to me a lot. I am not shy to pass it out. I don't know what it is about, but whether it's my anxiety, my nerves, or just, my health being bad at the time or whatever, my body is like, look, we're not doing this. Ain't nobody got time for this. We going to sleep. I'm just glad I wake up, every time I go to sleep. And I'm asking the nurse, I'm like, hey, what time it is? Because, if you've ever been to ER, you never know what time it is. And they do that for a reason. They don't put clocks around. You never know what time it is. It's supposed to ease your, your nerves and your system, but it doesn't. It's the worst. And I wake up, I guess they have put the hospital gown over my arms or whatever. I have a blanket beside me. It's freezing. There's strange people around me. The nurse passed me. She's like, oh, you're awake. And I'm like, yes. I said, can you tell me what time it is? She's like, oh, it's 3:42. And I'm like, now I'm thinking 3:42 or 3:42 p.m. Okay, they can just give me meds, and or tell me what to do so I can feel better and I can get right up out of here. I'm good. I still got all night to party because I'll go party. I got to get my twerking in, respectfully. And I'm like, oh, okay. So where's the doctor? Because I want to get out of here. I want to celebrate my birthday. She's like, it's the morning time. You can't celebrate your birthday. She was like, and I'm sorry, it's your birthday. You got to be in here. But she's like, what are you talking about? So I'm like, it's 3:42. She's like, 3:42 a.m. I said, a.m.? I said, so I've been sleeping that long. I said, oh my God. And I go to panicking again. She's like, just stay here. I'm going to bring you a little something to eat. You hungry or whatever? I said, yeah, I'm starving, I said, I would like maybe some ice water or something like that, And she's like, okay, I'm going to come back. Start panicking again, as I always do, and pass right back up. Wake up the next, a little bit later on in the day. Now it's around about 2 in the afternoon. They have gotten me upstairs. I'm in a room, and if you ever find yourself in a room, if anybody's ever gone through the ER experience, just going to the hospital experience, that's not good. You're supposed to go from the ER home. You don't want to get a bed. That's not good, regardless if you got good insurance or not, and I just couldn't believe it. I didn't know what my phone was. I didn't know what my clothes was. My phone was, off because it wasn't charged. I didn't bring any charger with me because I didn't think I was going to stay there. I only had one phone. I had the Android and not the iPhone, thinking I was going to get right back to the house. Like it was crazy. I had no way to get in touch with anybody. So I stayed in there for 4 days. Long story short, long story. And I was told that I was severely dehydrated, and my, my chance to, when they let me to go home and drink water and have fluids. And I had to be on a vitamin regimen. So now I take B12, I take D3, zinc, vitamin C. You know, everything, and it was just an experience. I was just able to go home, and then I was able to alert everybody and say, look, I know I've been gone, but I was in the hospital. And that's what made me think of this video. I wanted to help other men and women out that may not know what's going on like I didn't know. And so you won't land in the hospital like I did and have to go through an ordeal like that, because it's the worst. You don't want to do it. So this is, again, where I came up with 8 signs to let you know that you are dehydrated. Trust me, if you are dehydrated, it is very serious. And you don't want to play around with that. Please, you do not want to play around with dehydration. So let's go into the 8 signs, starting with number 1, thirst. So common, thirst. I was always thirsty. Now, thirst could be either you're dehydrated or you have another situation going on. It could be diabetes. It could be a lack of like vitamins and, minerals. It could be anything. But usually, or one of the things it could be is definitely thirst, right? And by the time it's a constant thirst like I had, it's either in the moderate or the could be coming severe stage, and that's what I had. You don't want that. Trust me, you feel terrible. Your whole body goes through a transformation. It's terrible. So that's one sign, right? The second sign is your urine is super dark. Okay, super dark urine you do not want. I've known for a long time that if your urine is dark, there could be things going on. It could be dehydration. It could be some sort of infection, whether it's viral, bacterial. That's a sign, or even those unusual odors. I'm sorry. And yes, men and women have odors, not just women. Men and women have odors. So you got to be careful with that. And let me tell you, if your urine is dark yellow, okay, dark yellow, or even on a reddish side, yeah, if it's on the reddish side, you need to go to the hospital. Like stop playing. Forget the urgent care. You need to go to the hospital. But if it is dark yellow, you could be like moderately, which is like in the middle, moderately dehydrated, but it leads to severe dehydration really quickly if it becomes any darker. So, make sure that you stay on that. Please daily check your urine. Check your urine every time you go to the bathroom, especially if you are sexually active. You want to do that too, because that's a telltale sign, of infection of any kind, viral, bacterial. It could be anything. Number 3, not going to the bathroom enough. Now, let me tell you, so I go to the bathroom all the time. Even with my urine, let's back up. Even with my urine looks like water. It literally looks like water, and I make sure that it's that way so I know there's nothing's going on. And I was still, severely dehydrated. So you want to keep an eye on that. And that's one of the signs. If you have any more, you put them together, you figure out what's going on with yourself. But I didn't have the super dark urine. So, I was wondering what happened with that. I'm glad I didn't. I was able to come home, but not going to the bathroom enough. Now, let me tell you about that. I go to the bathroom all the time. I frequently go to the bathroom. Now, normally, the urine frequency, a normal urine frequency is going to urinate every 3 to 4 hours. That is normal. Every 3 to 4 hours within a 24-hour period. That's a lot of urinating. But you should be drinking. You should be drinking water, and again, I always have my water next to me. I'm showing you this just so you know. It could be anything: Poland Spring, Deer Park, Pure Life. It could be tap water, out the glass. Just get you some water and drink it. I always have this next to me. especially now after this ordeal that I had. Now, if you are going to the bathroom less frequent than 3 to 4 hours, it's cause for concern. You could be dehydrated and just need to drink more water, and you'll go more frequently. Stop doing these fasts and these things. Well, I don't want to go to the bathroom too much, so I'm not going to I'm not going to, drink so much water. Drink that water. Go to the bathroom if you have to go. Do not deprive yourself. You don't want them problems, And I explain why soon, why flushing fluids out your system means so much to your body and your organs. We're definitely going to talk about that. This is another one. Fatigue. I was fatigued. Okay. I felt like it was 10 men sitting on my back, my breast, my shoulders, my arms. It was terrible. And I was like this for at least 3 to 4 days before I actually went to the urgent care to see what was wrong. Can you imagine? Just dealing with that as a woman, carrying all this stuff, because you got to carry the booty, you got to carry the hips, you got to carry the breast, if you got it like that, or just being a woman, you're just tired, and for doing so much, most women do so much, most men also, but even as a man, you're going to work, you're doing the things you have to do for your family and your friends, and you're just trying to make it, and you feel like boulders on your body, like it's terrible. It's a terrible feeling. Now fatigue, right? So they say if you're tired all the time, grab water ASAP. I'm gonna keep showing this water bottle. Get you some water ASAP. But if the water doesn't work, let's say you're drinking water, doesn't work, please go get yourself checked out. Stop playing. Go to the doctor. Don't be scared of these doctors out here. They are here to help you. And at least you'll know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Stop looking on Google, because every time you look at them Google doctors and trying to figure out what's going on, they either have a diagnosis for you that's probably wrong, or they tell you you're going to die. You know what I'm saying? It's either or. It's usually not right. It's usually a piece of what's wrong. So you definitely don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Go get yourself checked out. Now, this is the thing. Water helps your body work smoother. All right. And it keeps your mind from being like cloudy. So if you're not drinking enough water, okay, if you're not drinking enough water, it puts a strain on everything. It puts a strain on your body. Your body has to work harder. It's like being severely obese and your heart having to work harder. Your body, it's a lot of things in your body, your liver, everything has to work harder. And definitely you don't want to mess with that liver, you know what I'm saying? Because that's the end all be all telltale sign you almost up out of here. You don't want to deal with that, God forbid, no jinx, nobody wants that. There's another thing. Fatigue could also, which is another symptom I had, fatigue could also be inadequate sleep or poor sleeping habits. I have very poor sleeping habits. Like I told you, I'm an entrepreneur. And I'm doing so much. I have so many businesses and, and just working a regular job and trying to get content out, and being open with people that I have an entrepreneur's mind, which means we never sleep. When I lay down, I'm thinking, oh my God, you could have did this better. Oh, you can make this video, oh, this is a good topic. You want to talk about this. You want to make a video. You want to do this, this is a good design. You want to have for your clothing brand, it's limitless. It's like, you can really see it floating in the air. An entrepreneur's mind never stops. It's always going. There's always, money out here to get, always ideas. And, if you're lucky, and if you're blessed by God, that will keep happening to you and you will keep being successful, all the blessings to you. But if you are that way, like I am, it could be that you got to do your homework to know the difference. So you got to know, just take, even from this video, take the signs, the 8 signs that I'm giving you, because we are on number 4. The 8 signs that I'm giving you, and figure out what's going on. Is it just that I'm not sleeping and my body's reacting to that? Or am I drinking enough water in the process? What's going on, And then number 5, Your mouth and lips are dry, always dry. Okay. Now, if you're dehydrated, your mouth won't have moisture to produce saliva at all. So you're gonna have like the chalky, real dry. Sometimes you have saliva, it's like the spittle that dries up on your mouth and stuff. It's just, oh, you don't want it. You know. And your lips will probably be dry, maybe cracked sometimes. And you can have dry and cracked lips in the summertime, which is really not normal. So you may be dehydrated, and they may be chapped because it's the lack of moisture from your mouth. Your mouth, it can't get to your lips. So, look out for that, Number 6 is headaches. Okay. I had this also, but they were like slight. Um, the headaches will make you aggravated. If you're aggravated, you're super irritable like I was. You didn't really want to talk, and this is all the time. You don't want to talk. You can't sleep. You just feel miserable. You know what I'm saying? And you keep getting these faint headaches out of nowhere because they come out of nowhere sometimes, or they're constant. And God bless you if they're constant, because I hate headaches. That could mean that you're dehydrated. You have to look out and see what's going on. Why I keep getting these headaches? Because headaches are not normal. Unless you have migraines, and you wouldn't know the difference if you have migraines all the time. You're just having these headaches out of nowhere. That's a telltale sign that something is wrong. Okay. Now this is another one. And just a gem to leave you, because I will be leaving gems all over this video. You can also have another health issue, whatever it may be, that could trigger a headache. So you got to be careful with that either way. You understand? Like I was saying, you could have something else going on, something worse or something less, but it's triggering a headache. And who wants that? Number 7, feeling dizzy or confused, right? So I had this too. I was dizzy all the time. I felt like there was never enough air in the room. I was a little out of it sometimes where I needed to go lay down. I would sleep in the middle of the day, which is crazy. I would not sleep at night, but I would sleep in the middle of the day. I just felt terrible all the time, right? They say if you suffer from shifts in moods, which I was having a lot of mood swings because you don't feel good. Confusion, which would be disorientation, or a little disoriented. You don't know what's going on every now and then or all the time. Dizziness, I had the dizziness. The fainting, dizziness, or forgetfulness. Now, it got to the point where I would have to write everything down. Now, everybody that knows me, because you will get to know me, I know this is the first video, but I write everything down so I don't forget. I'm naturally forgetful, but when you are dehydrated, it's a forgetfulness on a whole nother level. Like it's not even normal how forgetful, that you may be. So you definitely, definitely don't want that. It all could be, signs of dehydration. Another thing is, let's say, the hot summer months, you're outside, you're at the beach, you're showing off that summer body. You are on the beach, you were in the water, you were just in the sun, sunbathing. And yes, Black people do sunbathe just as other races sunbathe, but you're outside, right? You're in the sun all day for hours. You go out there. It's not a 1, 2, 3 thing. You go out there, you socialize, you have fun, you rest without water. Let me tell you how quick that you are going to be dehydrated. You're out there, you're sweating, you're in that heat, all that exposure, and that sweat is coming up off of you, and you are not putting back anything, water, electrolytes, Gatorade, Pedialyte, something. Electrolytes are good too. You definitely need that also. It helps with the dehydration if you are dehydrated. Hopefully you don't get that way. It's just like when you go work out. After your workouts, you should have water because you're sweating if you're doing it right. And I just started working out, so I understand this now. You need your water. I used to never have water. I just be working out for the hour, and helping my dehydration, which you definitely don't want to do. And number 8, this is the last sign before I give you the biggest gem of this whole video. Lack of concentration. Now that goes with forgetfulness and confusion, but this is a little different. Let me tell you why. Dehydration, lack of concentration is something different. If you find yourself struggling with common tasks, things you would do every day, you having slower attention and processing speed, slower response time, you could be bored, right? You could be bored. It could be, you're just bored. But I doubt it. Or you could be dehydrated. You have to know the difference, And this is the thing that I was going to tell you, I was talking about earlier. The worst thing is that dehydration could also negatively affect your attention span and your short-term memory, like as well, like forever. You don't want that. You definitely need that short-term memory. It's very important. And if you watch some of the other shows I'm on, whether you're on my Instagram page, my Facebook page, I drop that information in the description so you can follow me on other platforms and see the other things I do and I'm into. Let me tell you about this. And I said this last week when I was explaining on another YouTube show that I'm on. I'll leave that information also in the description, morning show if you want to watch or participate. I said that dehydration could become so severe. Remember, it's I was severely dehydrated that your internal organs could shut down. Now, that is because since water is responsible for removing the waste from our blood through the urine. So the waste, the waste is removed through our blood in the urine. So this is why you need to drink water. Again, drink water so you can get the waste out your body. If that waste stays in your body, it can affect a lot of organs. Like, check this out. If your kidneys shut down, because it could, that's what dehydration does in the later stages, and we don't know how long. There is no telltale sign of when you get to that later stage, right? If your kidneys shut down, your whole body, your brain, your liver especially, which has many functions, waste removal is one of them, starts to suffer. Your whole body will suffer, okay? Dehydration definitely can lead to organ failure. And I learned that while I was in the hospital, and let me tell you something, it was crazy. It was crazy. Now, we have got up to the part in this episode where I'm going to drop a gem. But again, before I drop this gem, let's go through this one more time. I need you to press that and press all, so you can be notified about everything I do on this page, this channel, and also be able to come into the lives, and have discussions, be able to comment, like, share, if you have any friends and family that might, benefit from anything that I said, anything that I do, or you just want to join the party. And yes, I do party. It is coming up soon. And ain't no party like an Evolution Era party. Trust that, player. Okay. Now here we go. Now this is the gem. I will always be dropping gems and solutions to everything in every episode that I have. So here's the gems about dehydration. This will help you. Please pay attention. Salute to you. Here we go. Water necessity. Water necessity. Daily water necessity. The correct intake for men and women. Let's break it down. Men, you need a daily water intake of 3.7 liters per day for men age 19 through 30, right? So it's 3.7 liters, 19 through 30. If you are older, the research on that was very cloudy. I would just tell you, just double it. Now, it's easy to say 3.7, liters. Let's break that down. I did all the research. I wanted to make sure it was very, very easy for you. So here we go. Now, this is the measurements. My math is always math, and I'm better with money. But let me tell you something, health is wealth. So, you better get right on this. I'm going to help you out, though. I got you. Evolution got you. Now, 3.7 liters is 125.1 fluid ounces. Now, as you know, when you get bottles of water, which I suggest you get bottles of water, if you drink tap water, it's okay, but I only drink bottled water. Whether, again, it's Deer Park, Poland Spring, Pure Life, I don't really mess with Destinee, but, it's up to you however you do it. Now, 3.7 liters is 125.1 fluid ounces. Every bottle of water is 16.9 fluid ounces. If you cut this bottle in half, it'll be 8.4 fluid ounces. Now, average bottle of water is 16.9 fluid ounces. So let's do the math. 125.1 fluid ounces divided by 16.9 fluid ounces, which is one bottle of water, will equal 7 bottles of water per day. Men ages 19 through 30, your daily intake of water should be 7 bottles of water a day. If you split it in half, 8.4 ounces. If you do the half bottles, which I also have, it will be 14 bottles of water average every day. 14 bottles of water a day. If you are over 30, so that's 19 through 30. If you are over 30, you want to double it. Just be safe and double it. Do your own research, but just be safe and double it. As a woman, when I'm on, the job, and whatever I'm doing, I go grab, a bottle of water. I have them in my locker. I have them in the refrigerator at work. The coolers, they provide water to us. It's very important. It's everywhere, and I just drink bottles. Sometimes I drink, more than men drink. I'm used to doing that, especially now. I am on it. I'm going to drink this after we finish, Okay, so that's the men, thank me later, kings. Now this is the women. Ladies, we definitely need water. That's some very intimate reasons why we should be drinking water. Ladies, we should not be without water, whether it's the feel, it's the, the smell, the taste, if you're sexually active, we definitely need water. But, just for health reasons, 2.7 liters per day for women age 19 through 30. So it's the same ages, 19 through 30. We need 2.7 liters. The men need 3.7. We need 2.7 liters. I'm not sure why we don't need more liters than the men. Especially because, we have children, we have a lot of things going on, but it's okay. Let's break it down. 2.7 liters equal 91.3 fluid ounces. Again, this is a 16.9 ounce bottle of water. So I'm doing these measurements in the bottles of water that you need to drink. So ladies, 91.3 fluid ounces divided by 16.9 fluid ounces, which would be one bottle of water, will equal, ladies, at least have 5 bottles of water, 16.9 ounce bottles of water a day. If you are, and that's 19 through 30. If you are over 30, ladies, I need you to double it. Just be safe and double it. So have 10 bottles of water a day to be on the safe side. And I will make a separate video of this just in case you want to get to the nitty gritty and you know what to do. As you know, this is very serious. So, please, I hope you just got something from this video, and it was my pleasure to come to you and tell you about my experience. Thank you everyone for listening, and please, if you can, please like this video, share this video out to your friends and family, those that you think might need it. Everyone needs the video, but please, get it out there so, I can help you, you can help other people, and we can all help each other, and be a healthy, happy community and world, And again, one more time, I cannot do this enough. If you have not subscribed yet, I need you to subscribe to this channel. If you have watched this video, and I hope you have, all the way to the end, please do me a favor, and I'll help you. button and pressing all so you'll know about all the content that I put out, all the videos that I do, all the lives and just the turn up sessions I'm going to have. Trust me, we are going on a magical ride and we are going to have fun. It is the evolution era. So it's going to be amazing. Please sign up and come on for this ride. Again, this is formerly Unique Expressions Podcast, but now it is Evolution Era Edition. So I am going to see you soon. I have a lot of things coming up. I want to open up my life and just let you know who I am, and getting to know you as well. Please feel free to read the description. I'm going to have a lot of useful information in there also, and where you can find some of my products to my businesses. And just so you can stay in touch, you can email me, anything you want me to cover or talk about. Hey, I'm up for it. I'm all in, so I just want to say, again, thank you for watching this video. I so appreciate it. And I will definitely see you soon. So salute to you, King and Queen. And Evolution Brooklyn signing off.